Alright, welcome back to the league race, this time with FTRL for round number 9 of Division 1 in Hungary. So dry quality, dry race. I'm going to load the old setup and we'll kind of just go from there. So, I didn't want to start in the top 10 on softs if I could help it. I wanted to try and start inside the mediums. Now, I thought my pace was actually okay, but then it turns out people can do like 13 flats and 13 fours, so I actually waited for a long time to see what the cutoff would be. You see, 8 minutes. I haven't set a time, I haven't gone out or anything. I want to see what the story was and who could set what. My best time was around 14.2, 14 or so. Yeah, 14.2. 14.3 is probably more accurate of what I could actually nail on the day. But yeah, that's what we're looking at. So I was hoping that wouldn't be the case. And we can get a little bit closer to like 11th and 12th without getting into the top 10. So here's my lap. See, it's my first lap. Only 3 minutes 50 seconds left. 14.5 wasn't the perfect lap by any means, but I was actually okay with that. Put me in P11 for the time being. I came in just under 2 minutes or so. I just got back out in time, so I was really lucky. But now that I knew that the cutoff for top 10 was like 14 flat, I felt I could go all the way flat out. Sadly, it didn't really matter much because I ended up only improving by like 200s anyway. I think I have overheating issues in this last sector. Even though my tire pressure is all the way down to the bottom, I just have overheating issues those last 3 corners. So I just understeer and lose everything. So I lost about a tenth or so in the last corner there, last 2 corners. So there we go. Then it's P12, which isn't too bad. I know Cliffy's there on mediums, and he should be closer to the top. Like he's got like you take the delta 1.2 seconds. You know that's top 3 kind of pace. So 13.2 is pole in the end though. So yeah, there's a strategy. Very simple enough. It's mediums to hards. It's lap 15/16. I'm gonna put the wing up to 711 for the race. I'm gonna put the fuel to 3.5 laps because I actually find myself using quite a lot of fuel around this place. You actually be surprised how much you actually use. Mostly because you don't want to use too much ERS. But here we go then. 5 red lights. And away we go. My starts are just not good. That first bit was actually okay, but the second phase there, boom, there we go. That's where we lose it. Lose the ground to Adam and the such in front. But here comes Cliffy then. To be honest, I want Cliffy to go because I didn't want to be really, I want him to get on with it, and because he's much quicker. There is Carnage in front. Sway's involved. I think Panda may have involved. Dan was involved there as well. So going to move up into P9 then immediately. So not too upset with that. Although there are some quicker people behind me, so that's where we stand, heading out of lap 1. So, made up some places, kept within the confines of the track there, turn 4, so that's all I can really ask for, really. Lap 2, Dan's going to get a better run. He's going to have more wing, I assume, or sorry, less wing. I'm going to try for a little switchback, but a little bit of a squeeze, but I was actually more afraid of a warning than anything else there. But we're going to keep side by side here. But I fully expect he'll just go around the outside. Yeah, very close. I'm a little precarious since he's hit me the last 2 weeks and spun me out of where I was. I was hoping Cliffy wouldn't do anything rash there, and thankfully he didn't. But Dan is through it into P8 then. I think Aaron may have spun around at the end of lap 1, to be fair. So I actually missed that. But anyways, here comes Cliffy. Again, not going to work this too hard. A little bit, but not too hard. I actually went for a switchback. See, FTRL Panda's behind me on soft. I was hoping to try and keep him behind as well, but that might be tough. Zumpy there on hards in 12th is a problem. That's not great. Because I couldn't really break away from him. So, lap 6, a couple of people have come into the pits to replace their softs. I am staying out. Dan, his softs are going. So I got DRS, got Rich, got Overtake. I'm going to go for this move. Doors open, so I went for it, to be fair. But a little bit of contact there, but DRS open again. Rich, Overtake. I thought, okay, he's not got good tyres. I think he's got 6 seconds of pens at this stage as well. Surely he's not going to fight this too much, but he does, which is his prerogative. Bit of a squeeze. Thankfully, he didn't sweep in there, otherwise that would have collected me. That would have been my own fault, to be fair. But yeah, I thought, actually, looking back at that, it actually wasn't as bad as I remembered it. Actually, at the time, I was not too pleased because I thought, there's no, why you fight me so hard on softs when you're pitching the end of this lap anyway, but it actually wasn't as bad as I remember it. I did lose a second a bit though, I think, on Cliffy and Adam there on that lap. But anyways, we're going to settle in. Panda's still on softs, and his softs rather, so he's going to try and extend this stint. Lap 12, we're going to actually go on a little bit further here. I haven't, once Zumpy got within DRS, it was very difficult to he kind of got within DRS because he had Panda in front of him, and then once that happened, it was very difficult at this stage on these mediums to try and to break away from that DRS range. So Zumpy's put me under a bit of pressure. Adam pitted a few laps before, which is quite early on the mediums, but I assume that we've gone to the end just fine. To be fair, like my mediums, I pitted lap 15, and my mediums were like 50%. But we're going to stay ahead of Zumpy for the time being. Why did I leave so much of this in? I'm not sure, but that's where we stand. We're 6 seconds behind Cliffy. So the guys who have why did I leave so much of this in? I don't understand. Lap 15. Zumpy again, having a little look. The guys who've pitted, such as Dutch, Tricks, and Tico, I got very wide in the grass there. Trying to leave it in. Bit of a nudge there. Big nudge there. But we keep the position. Tico and Dutch have pitted. I just wanted to check for the front wing, and I was like, don't do this. Don't you dare do this. This is not the spot. Thankfully, didn't do it. So they've pitted, and Zumpy's actually going to go wide here. So that allowed Dutch Tricks through. I almost forgot. I forgot to press box this lap because my pit window was next lap, and I almost ran into the barrier there. It would have been embarrassing, but into the pits we go, and 50% or so. So I'm sure Hards would easily go into the end. So Adam gets a bit of an undercut there on Cliffy and such, who stayed out. Cliffy will pit at lap 16, but here we go then. I'm going to emerge ahead of onto the podium. We had a spin, and Aaron there, who had his moment out of the last turn, I think on lap 1, back end, wanted to step away there. So 1.6 laps of fuel. It's not. We've actually used up quite a bit, but I imagine there's gonna be less fighting in this than the first stint. Kelvin, he actually his car unghosted there just before as it was coming up to him. So I was actually I was more worried about track limits. Thankfully, I was able to keep the tires in the white lines. So, but see, gap to Dan is 2.4. That's where we're at. Gapping then the guys behind. So. Onto podium just had a spin there at the last second to last corner as well. So it's looking like to be a pretty quiet start. Quiet second phase race. I was catching Dan. See, 1.9. I was catching Dan, and the safety car is deployed for Adam's retirement there, coming out of turn 4. Yeah. So easy decision to make coming to the pits. I'm not going to lose much. Aaron, I knew had to pit anyways. He's got 6 seconds. I know Dan still has 6 seconds at this stage of the race. So a chance to save some fuel as well, which is big because I would use quite a bit around here. So into the pits is a no-brainer move. But this is what I wanted because I only have 1 warning, and this will bring Hungary's notorious for penalties. A little bit of a delay because Tico was in, but that's fine. Didn't lose anything really from it in terms of position. Kelvin there came close, but thankfully I was able to keep the position. But this will bring people closer together because I have no pens. I know other people do have pens. Well, I know Dan has pens. I know Aaron has pens. So this works out well for me because again, my pace isn't great, but thankfully, this stuff matters. So, anyways, safety car restart. Here we go. I think it is Dutch actually, who I don't think actually pitted on the safety car. We are away. A good restart there. I'm more so looking behind me than in front. But I'm just going to try and use a bit of ERS, use a bit of fuel. I can use lots of fuel because I've got 2 laps basically. I want to stick within DRS if possible. So, should be very interesting now. Wesker there in 9th. He's got a bit to climb, so he has. He's definitely quicker than being a P9. So, but yeah, grand enough restart. Nothing mad, nothing crazy. So, thankfully, we'll carry on. I do love how this re-races 1 helmet looks on this Racing Point. By the way, I think it suits it better than most cars. Lap 26. There is an accident. It is Scuba and Cliffy. That took me by surprise. I wonder. I don't know what happened up there, but the VSE is deployed, and we were like, "Whoa, that's a big one." Not often that happens. So, I'm not sure what happened, but it's 2 free positions. So, you take that when you're behind and you're as slow as I am. So, anyways, not that I always want to see Scuba retire, but it is also be extra points for the championship. So. It's just how it goes. Anyways, into P7, because I think other people pitched as well. So, sticking within DRS, Sway's behind. Sway's not on the penalties now either. But I want to try and keep within DRS of Dan. I see Aaron gets by then, so I was like, oh, shoot, Aaron's quick as well. But, yeah, not a good lap, though, because I dropped out of DRS range of Dan, and that was bad. So Aaron's right there, Sway's right there. Sway could have easily gone for this move if he wanted to. I would have been asking the question, if I was in his situation, I'm gonna be honest, I would be asking the question if I could go, because because he's quicker. Yeah, but that's it. Look at this. Oh, it's lap 35. Merck wins the race. Fair play to him. We're going to jump from P7 to P4, just about 300 ahead of City Posh there. So, woo.
City Posh
very, very happy about that. A good result. A fantastic result, actually. Again, one that, give me that drive of the day. Hell yeah. Again, one I know wouldn't have been possible without, safety car and penalties, but look, that's part of it, I did well. I think I did well, all things considered.
What? Who's that?
Yeah, very happy with that result, I have to say. From P12, again, a track, I felt good around this place. I have to say, even though the pace wasn't great, I still felt comfortable. I felt good. And I felt in control. And that's all I can really control. I can't control safety cars. I can't control if other people get penalties. That's all I can do. So very happy to maximize this result once again. I couldn't believe it though. Like again, I just can't believe how well the season has gone. Again, yes, I've got lucky to a very to a degree as well. But also control what I can control, which is not getting involved in incidents when possible and not getting penalties. But here we go then. Here's the standings. 112 points, I believe. There. So 2 behind Wesker, 4 behind Scuba, only 24 behind Dutch Tricks there in first, which is mad. But 1 point ahead of City Posh then, a couple of points ahead of Sway. So I'm putting some distance between myself and onto the podium, which is what I would have aimed for about excuse me, Canada, kind of Monaco range. Only 3 rounds left. Pardon me. So, yeah, happy to hopefully, now these next 3 tracks probably aren't great, but anyways, we'll cover that bridge when we get to it. The 8-0 sweep continues. I am going to be swept in qualifying, but just 2 points behind AlphaTauri there is Racing Point, and we're level with Williams as well. So, it wasn't a great race for Tico, but thankfully I could help bring some points. He's obviously lifted me for a lot of the season, so but I feel like now I'm very much doing my part as well. So happy with that. But that's going to do it for round number 9 of FTRL. Next up is, I think it was Brazil. Not a particularly great track for me. We'll find it. But anyways, thanks for watching, and until next time.